Yeah, that's Tom Hanks. That's him. Look at that. 100%. We found this little masterpiece. Look at this. I love Inglewood, and there's always a couple of cool shops to check out. So we're just going to do a little spin, and I'm going to show you a couple of what I would call the key points in Inglewood. Inglewood's a grouse town for antiques. The whole street here, this whole street has got numerous little antiques, little antique stores and stuff up and down it. And this is just one, probably my favorite. Let's check it out, man. Oh, so the shop's 164 years old?
Yeah, 1861.
Yeah, I've seen it in the front window.
1861?
Yeah.
How long have you guys been running the shop?
Here, 13 years.
Okay, you like it?
Yes, it has its moments. Like, for example, yesterday it was the crappiest day ever, and we were busy. And today the sun's out, and we've had one.
Oh, it's tough.
It is tough.
It's a tough game. Yeah, people need to get behind the antique shops and support them a bit, because there's still some glory to be found in them. There really is.
Absolutely.
Look at the beautiful sunshade up here. Look at this. Got a motorcycle section. Old BSA, that's for display. Plenty of bike stuff in here. The old HD, all display. He's got a big bike section. Some tanks. Mikey Wolf would be happy. Old chopper, homemade tanks. End of the leather. What have we got down here? Pottery. All types of pottery. What kind of pottery you want? This table, under repair, available soon. I wouldn't repair it one bit, I love it. It's a masterpiece. So there's a meat safe or something. Calling it a green pine cupboard. How good's this? This is like the old streets, was on the top of all the shop fronts back in the day. That thing would be worth a few bucks, I reckon. Don't think you're going to get that cheap. It's not for sale, coincidentally. This uranium glass, if you stick a black light up its bum, it actually illuminates a really crazy vibrant green colour. I'll show you after, but green glass won't do it. Uranium glass will do it. It's expensive, and it's sort of got its own little cult following. It's never really fancy. It's generally pretty plain. I don't know why that is. It's obviously hard to produce shapes out of. So this is about as elaborate as it will get. Pretty basic cups, bowls, plates, vases, but it looks crazy when you stick a black light on it. Normal green glass is a fraction of the price and it won't do it, but this will. I'll show you. I'll leave a little thing in there. I've got a piece at home and I will show you right here. This is a piece of green glass of mine. It's just an ugly little, oh, it's not ugly, it's sort of cool. It's got like a little divider in it. But the way to know that it's green glass is with a black light. You can buy these little black lights. Here, there's one right here. cheap, eBay. Doesn't look like much, but you ready? Check this out. That's crazy, isn't it? Like, you can't see it on camera that well, but it's, as I move that torch around inside it, you get the idea. It's illuminating pretty crazy. These comics are sick. Look at this. Anything Western is awesome, even just for the pictures. Wow, they got a heap of them. Indians Attack, Cattle Baron, even the artwork alone. Yeah, it's crazy. And I did notice up here some very voluptuous looking women, but aside from that, Mad Magazine. And did you know, in the back of Mad Magazine, back page, the Mad fold-ins. So if you, these haven't been folded, so you can't really do it because they're collectible, but you don't want to go and crease them up. So most people didn't do it. But if you fold the page, like so, this image will make, let me just try it a little bit. Do you get the idea? It's like a bum. See, they all, what's this one got? This one's got M&M on the cover. M&M, 50 cent. In the back it's got like a, I don't know, a skull and a hospital with some crazy stuff going on. But here, look, if someone's already had a go at folding this, it makes like a totally different image. They're pretty clever. Mad Magazine's all had that. It was like a thing. And then some old gents magazines. But these are pretty soft. Princess Diana here. To be honest, there's probably more erotic pictures circulating of Princess Diana, which are very tame. They're probably more erotic than what you'll find in these. True story. Molly Meldrum, look at him. He's a bit of a legend. What a legend. I like these lamps too. This one here predates electricity. Adjustment on the side for the wick. You put your kerosene in the bottom. That would have hung on like a buggy or a, maybe like this one, maybe on a vintage car, sort of like 1910 sort of model. But yeah, all run on kerosene. They're crazy. 220 bucks will get you that. I reckon it's a nice piece for the money. It's got a little brass brim on the front. It's in really nice condition too. I don't know what this one is. PMG lamp. I don't know what a PMG lamp is. It's got amber glass in it. Somebody in the comments might know more about that. Got a whole world out here of vintage clothing if you're into that. Vintage Manny. I like the vintage mannequins. I've been guilty of grabbing the odd one of them if they're affordable. Some of these give me the creeps. Look at this. That's creep show, mate. Look at these. Peggy Sue looking stuff. Damn. How's that? I like that one. That is very cool. Very cool. That's got full Lucille Ball effect on it. How good would that be? A lot of these joints too, you'll notice that the best stuff is never for sale. People that run these shops are collectors as well. They're all guilty of it. So as stuff comes in over the years, they filter what they want, and what they don't want makes it on the shelf, but what they do want makes it up high. So yeah, it's a bit of a gift of the gab, really. Doesn't mean that you can't buy it. It just means that you're going to have to overpay to get it. It's just what I've found. Vice Regal. I don't know what that is. That's an old frame. These frames are super old. We're talking, yeah, 1920s. It's probably a pretty good appraisal, 1920s, 1930s. Don't see many of them. Matter of fact, it's probably the second one I've ever seen offered for sale. I like the chair too. This is cool, look. Look at the mechanics in this thing. Take a knee here, look at the springs. Look at them little springs in there. That's crazy. I don't know what that style is. If it had like Hessian in the side, it would be Jacobine, but it's not Jacobine, it's something else. Camera stuff. I like camera stuff. Brownie box cameras, Kodak folding cameras, more later model, Polaroid stuff. Some probably late 80s, early 90s home camcorders. Down the bottom. They probably still go too, you know. A lot of that stuff will still run without too much work. You can make some cheesy home videos. They're like 1930s or something, I reckon.
That's
I can't
the
see.
oldest one I've got.
Oh, it's the oldest one, is it?
38, I think it is.
1938.
Yeah.
1938. And $18 buys it. That's a good price. How do you buy something for $18 that's that old? I'd call that a good price, wouldn't you? How can you haggle with that? It's nearly 100 years old. And then dome glass picture. Usually got Jesus in it. Sometimes it's got Mary and the baby. You guys know I'm not super religified, so I'm not sure I'm going the right names here. 120. It's generally the going rate for curved glass photographs. This one's extremely common. What is not common is to find one that's not totally destroyed in the frame, because the frames were pretty rubbishy material. This one's in pretty good condition. I'd say 120 is right on the money. I don't think you'll find one in that condition any cheaper. This is cool. This would be handy even now to try and wring out some clothing. That would speed things up. It might get the wrinkles out of all my clothes that the late model washing machines seem to have a habit of doing. Maybe we could implement this in a modern laundry. Always got a record section. Plenty of records. Jukebox. They don't come cheap though. They're not offered for sale every day either. My buddy. Whee! We found this little masterpiece. Look at this. It says Carpenter, Monumental and General Masons, corner of Lava and Kepler Streets in Warrnambool. Monuments, tombs and tablets for $8. That's coming home. Look at that little magic lantern there. That's cool, man. 65 bucks. That's cool. And wooden feet. I just noticed the wooden feet. 350 bucks though, not so cheap. Wow.
In here and
Yeah, that's Tom Hanks.
yeah.
That's him. Look at that. 100%. Look at these gents.
You can pull them
What's
out
we
of
got?
plastic if you don't want them.
Oh, no.
It's all right.
They'll be okay. I like Tom Hanks.
What's the word?
What's this?
Austere. Very
Yeah.
austere.
This is from Melbourne. Wow, he's a bit creepy looking. There's another little one there. Tin types, is it? What's that one in the back? What are they? Magnets or tin types?
Yeah.
Tin types. I like them ones. They're all stuck together.
Because a lot of them were posed, you know, they were studio.
Some of them were, yeah.
Yeah.
Correct. Some of them are
Worked for
cheesy.
photographers. So.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I used to hand colour the photos.
Really?
Yeah.
You used to hand colour some?
Yeah.
So how's that done, out of curiosity, if you hand colour a photograph? So if you were to hand colour this, how do we do that?
Okay, well, the photographer would take the photo in black and white,
Right.
process it, and then I'd have like a chemical, it was like a bright yellow, and when the person come in to have their portrait done, you'd take down their colours, their hair colour, eye colour, skin colour, all that sort of thing, red jumper, green pants, blah, blah, blah. And
So you take that down as a note, as a note, okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
And then you would say you'd paint anything was a warm tone. You'd paint with this chemical, and so you probably have seen photos that are sepia toned.
Yes.
Right. So it would end up a sepia tone, and then you would have a colour palette of paint, and it was like a wooden skewer thing, and it had. And you'd twist this bit of cotton wool on the end, you'd rub it down with Vaseline, then you'd work your colours into the surface of the photo, and then you'd clean it off and dry it, and yeah. And all the cold colours, if you was wearing blue or green or whatever, you'd hand paint those colours in.
Wow.
Yeah, and then it was dried off, and then it was, you put a wax sheet on the back.
You're pretty knowledgeable on that.
Yeah.
Did you do many?
Did it for a few years,
Yeah.
Yeah.
A high-paying job or not?
No.
No?
In those days, no.
Oh, okay.
When was it? Let me see. It was about 1975.
And they were still hand colouring
Yeah.
photographs in 75?
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
Mainly not so much commercial stuff, but there was 2 photographers, and so anything that was a portrait type photo, baby portraits and that sort of thing would be all hand done. There is a place in Ballarat that still does it, I believe.
Hand coloured photography.
Yeah.
Wow.
So a lot of the photos that you would be looking at, if you find any coloured ones, they'd all be hand coloured.
Incredible.
Yeah, way back to the turn of the century. Yeah.
That actually blows me away. And the paper, was the paper albumin paper?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you could hand colour directly onto that using...
Once you treated it with this chemical.
So it's the chemical that lets the colour stick? It's kind of like the glue for it, is it? Or is it like it...
No, that just changed from a black and white tone to a warm tone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
And if you weren't really careful, it used to run and you'd wreck the print and then you'd have to reprint it.
Yeah, I
and all this
understand.
sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was very interesting.
But as long as the negative still existed in the building, which it would at a camera shop, you sort of had nothing to lose.
No.
Worst thing was we just do another one.
Yeah.
It's not like you had to call the client, bring them back in.
Absolutely.
They didn't have to sit in again because you still had the negative to print another one and go again.
And the guys that I worked for, the one that did all the portraits, he was a real artist in his day, and the babies were, you know, a chubby little baby with a tuft of curls and a pink, and he'd fade out all the background, and you'd only just colour, you know, just be a portrait.
Yes.
And they were like really works of art. They were beautiful. You know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Where was the shop that you did it, like, without putting anyone on blast? Like, was that like...
It was called Martin Washington. It was the photographers in Bendigo.
In Bendigo?
Yeah.
So that's like
And
a pretty
it's
original
actually
Goldfields
still
photography
there.
shop. Is it really?
You know where the Shamrock Hotel is
Yes.
on the corner?
Yeah, well.
If you were to stand below the Shamrock on the footpath there and look straight across, you'd see a Subway shop. Well, upstairs you can still see there's a little glass atrium thing, and there used to be a staircase that went up the side, and the studios were up there. And I believe they're still there, and someone promised me that they'd take me there, but I haven't. I'd love to see it because
that would be amazing. For you, it would be awesome to go back.
Yeah, the old sets we used to have for the studio.
And they're still there.
Apparently.
We need to follow this up.
I'd love to.
We need to follow this up.
Yeah, I would just.
You might have just opened a little can of worms now.
Yeah.
I've made a decision. I need Tom Hanks because it's Tom Hanks.
You reckon it's Tom Hanks?
Ah, man, look at that. That's as if that's not Tom Hanks. It's Tom Hanks in my world. This is cool. This is a cool picture. What's he found here? This is a cool picture. It's only a print, but it's a cool picture.
Yeah.
They're all
Yeah.
hand coloured.
Oh, these are hand coloured.
They're
Yeah,
hand
but
coloured. Yeah, that's what it
they're
says on the front.
commercial,
Yeah,
yeah.
hand coloured letter cards.
they're commercial though. They're
Yeah.
not sort of what I used to do. Well, they are, but yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. This is the Nixon Grocery and Hardware Store. It's pretty much a little museum. So nothing really in here is for sale. It's just set up like old school. Some things are for sale, but like over here, no, not so much. It's cool though. That's like the way that the store used to look back in the day. Look at the paperwork over here. I love it. The old register. Bottles and stuff. It's very cool in here. Something else I did notice is that this cupboard here is full of like early bulbs and stuff. Some of these suit, they're the bulbs out of the early amplifiers, and some of them are bulbs for projectors. Like see, projector lamp, but not for sale, so not really worth getting too excited just yet. Yeah, that was just a little bit inside this fuss pots. It is an antique store. To be honest, guys, there's not a lot of stuff in here that we would normally look at. It's a nice little shop. They're all nice little shops. But, you know, I only cover what, you know, what truly means a lot to me. Down inside the stall there, the antique section there, that was pretty cool, man. Like that Nixon, the old, the way they'd set it all up down in there, it's definitely cool. Sunday afternoon here in the winter time, this street's pretty, it's not really the hive of activity, you know. 2 out of 4 shops are open. When I say antique shops, I mean antique shops, 2 out of 4 are open. It's probably too cold, mate. It's freezing here. Freezing. There is one thing up the road here I want to show you, and I hope you love it as much as I did, because I'm telling you, man, it is epic. It's a beautiful old homestead. I don't really cover houses much, but today we're gonna. Let's go do this. Come with me, check this out, man. Yep. Look at that. Ka-ching! That happened. But I'm not sure what's even here. Maybe it was a funeral home at one point or another. Look, I can't be sure, I don't know, and there's no one around to really tell me. It says private entrance with a picture, little window up here. You guys know that I've always said, if you want to know the truth about something, you need to go around the back. And that is a back lane. But no, it's not really showing me nothing. So it's a bit of a bust. But I just thought it was a bit weird. That's literally in the main street of Inglewood. What did it say? Appleby Funerals or something? So yeah, it's either like a vintage funeral home or it might be current and still operating, but it looks pretty desolate to me. I liked it. Thought I'd show you. It was free to show you. Let's check it out once more. Bam, look at that. Ka-ching! There's a little placard. So it says that this undertaker, Mr. Ern Wilsmore, bought this site, which was a hotel. The hotel, it ran in the 1860s until the 1880s. Then this Wilsmore guy, he was an undertaker, he bought demolished the building in 1916. He turned part of the remains of the building into a mortuary and a workshop, it says. And then later on, the Appleby family, the Applebys, which is what's on the sign, they owned it from 1937 to 1970. There's a story for you. The Appleby family did end up with it until 1970, so no funerals have been held here and nobody's been buried here for a long time, mate. There you go. So when I told you that I wanted to show you something, it wasn't a funeral home, it was the Tivy house. You need to check this out, man. This is a cool story. Look at this joint. What a masterpiece. Look at this thing. Now it says that, what it says on the front here is it says that Joseph Tivy, he bought the land in 1879 and he got a builder to build this joint in 1881 at a cost of £1,300. He had 14 children, right? So there's 13 bedrooms here to house 14 kids, and this is what he constructed. He actually owned the liquor store that we were just in, so the first antique store that we were in was the store in Main Street, which is literally just up here. It's not even far. Main Street's just up here, turn right, and we're at the antique store where that guy is. I don't know whether you can see him on camera, but just up there was where he owned the store. That made him enough money. I don't know, maybe he had money, maybe he come with some money, but I'm thinking that you would need some pretty serious money to build this. £1,300 in 1881, or 1879, sorry. That's a far cry of cash, man, let me tell you. But I've photographed this house a couple of times because I love it. I'll show you right here. And the gardens, I reckon the gardens, I can't really show you as much because, well, I can't. But the gardens, I think, were way bigger. So I think what happens with a lot of these joints is that they're actually way bigger. So they're on, I don't know, this could have been on like 20 acres or 30 acres. And as time goes by, the families, the next generations, they sell. They get smaller and smaller and smaller, and lo and behold, we end up with just a normal size residential block. Well, that's not really true because this is probably a bit bigger than that, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, this is it. Tivy's house. Nimitable, they call it. I think I pronounced that right. Nimitable. Look at the castings on the gate. Look at this. That's wild. Full, solid glory and goodness. Bluestone, heavy cast. It's a masterpiece. I would love a tour of that joint. Anybody got any leads to get us in there? I'd love to show you inside. That'd be sick. Good to see that this town's got a bit of sense of humour. Look at this. Look at them up there. Look at them mannequins sitting up there. They're watching everything that we're doing. Look at them. Anyway, some people are quirky. Thanks for hanging out with me, dudes. That sums up the main street of Inglewood. Look at this, it's beautiful here. Come in around the Big Bend, there's a lot of traffic coming through now. It's late in the day on a Sunday, so everyone's coming back from holidays or probably all going back to Melbourne, who knows. But it's pretty busy. Thanks for hanging out with me, dudes. We will catch up on the next run. All the best. Bye, everyone.